Top 5 haunted places you should never visit in Texas. Green?
From a deeply haunted war vessel to a road riddled with spirits, here are the top 5 haunted places in Texas you should never visit. Number 5 on this list is the Plaza Theater Performing Arts Center. Built in 1930, this beautiful theater has had many shows and screenings here over the years. For 55 years, it was in operation as one of the premier spots to have your movie shown, but in 1985, the theater shut down. It remained as
Oh, I've been near that one. It's like if it's in El Paso, I've been near it. Like I've seen this theater before. I just haven't been in this theater before because I heard it was haunted and I said, "No, I will not be doing that."
For about 20 years when in 2006 it began to get renovated. Now it's mainly just for live theater and other performance art in the city of El Paso. Like a lot of beautiful old theaters though, as time passes, legends emerge, and this one in particular.
I'm gonna pause right there. I want to move to El Paso, but now that I see this, because I live in Texas already. If you don't know that about me, I live in Texas, and I really want to kind of move to El Paso because my family's over there, but you know, this is making me a little different because I want to perform, and if I perform on a haunted stage, I might lose my mind.
Certainly has its fair share. The Plaza Theater for Performance Arts Center has 3 primary ghostly apparitions it houses. The first is our very standard and very classic drifting woman in white. Looking sad and down on her luck, the spirit of this woman will often drift around through the rafters and has been seen by many workers throughout the years. The second is a man in all black who materializes in front of people. He's described a bit like a shadow creature, but slightly less menacing. I suppose if we have our woman in white, it's only fitting that we have a man in black to get a little...
No, it is not only fitting. It is not only fitting. I don't understand how he... Oh. My bad. I don't understand how he was like, it's only fitting. No. If I see either or, I will lose my shit. Like, I will lose my mind. Like, I see it, and I run in fear, or I am paralyzed by fright. And that's the only 2 options.
Variety going. The third ghost sticks with the theme of spicing things up and is actually a little boy with a bouncing ball. It's not a basketball, but a small
spicing things up. That is not what I thought when he said spice. I thought it was going to be like a exotic performer or something when he said spicing things up. No, what he meant was a little boy. That reminds me of the Sam and Colby video where they were joking about the little boy, and I was like, ooh.
Ball that the child seemingly plays with as he haunts the theater. Nobody knows the origin of these ghosts or how they got here at all. Are they connected? Maybe once a family unit who died here together, or are they all separate and have each suffered strange tragedies at this location over the century? El Paso, I'm sure.
That's so sad though. Imagine they're like, because like a guy in black, like you didn't say if he was in a black suit or something. Like what if they were getting married? Well, it's a theater. What if they were all in a show and they just like, you know, someone said the wrong word and they got hit by a stage light. And, you know, up. Like, what would you do? What would you do if you were to...
Other theaters, and I'd stick to those ones if you're looking to watch some live shows if you're there. Number 4 on this list is Henley Row. Located on the Texan island of Galveston on the Gulf Coast, this is the most famous haunted spot for locals in the region.
That is scary. That is scary because I have been to Galveston on a vacation. I don't really like... Wait. Hopefully they are talking about the one that has the beach here. Because, yeah, I don't really like the beach.
Highways writes, it's not surprising that Henley Row is a hotspot for supernatural activity. Completed between 1855 and 1858 for shippers and cotton brokers, it was the town's tallest structure during the Civil War. The roof doubled as a Confederate lookout for Union ships. Galveston and nearby Barrier Islands, history had been laced with tragedy. It was the site of a bloody Civil War fight, and serial epidemics of yellow fever decimated the populace. Hurricanes blast through...
You know, sometimes I think I forget that, like, actual history has happened. Like, not like in a weird way where I'm like, oh, you're, like, I'm just stupid. No, and like, you know, you're living in your modern world and you're not really thinking about the past as much. Like sometimes like someone will bring up COVID and I'd be like, wait, that was something that happened in my lifetime. That's kind of crazy. I was just like, we're making history. Is it good history? I don't know. But we're making something. We're making history. That's all I can say.
The 1990 storm left up to 12,000 casualties in the worst natural disaster in U.S. history. No wonder Texas writer Brian Woolley called Galveston an old cemetery with a beach attached. The resident ghosts of Henley Row represent aspects of Galveston history. There's the
Oh, that's so sad though. Imagine being like a hot spot for like deaths. Well, no, honestly, that just makes you a little more interesting. That makes you like, now that I know it's haunted, I actually want to go there. But like before, I don't really like the beach. So my family does. Like I like the beach. I do. Like I like being in the water and stuff, but anytime I touch sand, I go a little ballistic. Like I'm like, it's sand. But like my opinion has been slowly changing. But the place where I'm going to the beach at has to be haunted for me to enjoy it, which is kind of crazy. I didn't think it would be this way, but I went to a beach in Key West and I had a blast. And every time I went to a beach before, I hated it. So I think it. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it does a little lag. My alarm went off.
Soldiers
Sorry.
seen on the roof
Continue.
and around the building. The bloodied teenage factory worker is a vestige of the building's cotton grading days. The lady in white and the running and playing little boy and little girl are thought to be 1900 storm victims. The upper floors house apartments and offices now, but Henley Market's glass ceiling reveals views of stairs and landings. During renovations, workers reported tools mysteriously moving around. Staff recall other spooky experiences as well. Some years ago, a friend gave her old photo of Dr.
I'm a little scared. Oh, scared. Never singing again. I'm never singing again. That was so bad. Ooh.
From a house on Church Street that's always displayed in the shop. When Hurricane Ike inundated the building with 10 feet of water in 2008, the photo went undamaged while many other things were destroyed. Every year on November 1st, employees construct an elaborate Day of the Dead altar that includes the photo and lighted candles. Before closing, the staff follows a 3-person backup routine to ensure the candles are completely extinguished, even dousing them with water. Yet almost every single
It's
year...
okay, the Lord got me. Hold on, I'm a little scared. Lord, please bless me. Please protect me. Please keep me comfort and warmth. Thank you. Anyway, let's continue.
Or burning the next morning. I can't imagine working
Little
at a
prayer
place
for
where we
us
had to
as we're
light
watching
candles
things that
for
are
our
a little
ghost
spooky.
altar. Like that action
Spooky.
alone would make me want to quit immediately. I suppose the one good thing is that the ghosts here don't appear to be particularly evil or wanting to inflict harm. Still though, waking
that's
up
always
and
good.
heading to work is already a tall task as it is, but knowing that there's a dead little boy and girl waiting there, yeah, that's a solid no-go for me.
Well, if they don't have like harm intentions, but like it would bother me if they like. Well, it bothers me when any person is just like all up in your space, you know? Like, even like if it was like a ghost and you'd be like, oh, no harm intentions. But like a human that's also doing that, like just being all close to you and all near you and just like invading your personal space, wouldn't you not like that either? So it's just like, I'm gonna treat you like an actual human. You're scary.
On this list is the USS Lexington. The ship has its own museum dedicated to it now, and it is 100% haunted. The decommissioned World War II aircraft carrier is riddled with different phantoms. This museum is literally said to receive, on average, hundreds of reports of ghostly apparitions in 1 year. That is so much supernatural energy that has just congregated here. Now, World War II was obviously an awful time, and if this boat played a major role in the Battle of the Atlantic, which I imagine it did, then it assuredly saw its fair share of tragedies. The ghosts are not quiet about...
That's sad though. Like imagine, that's like one of my biggest fear of like being on a cruise or on a boat. Like my family wants to take me on a cruise and I'm scared. I don't want to tell them that I'm scared of going on the cruise because they're not my close family. They're like my dad's side, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to tell y'all that I'm terrified of dying in water because harder to be found. But yeah, and I don't want to drown.
Presence, they make themselves very known. One of the most famous ones resides in the engine room. Apparently, visitors will go there and a spirit will form explaining the engines and how they work. Then, when his lecture is over, poof, he will be gone in a puff of smoke. There's also a...
Okay, that one's kind of eating though. Like, he's just like a tour guide. Like, he was like, oh, not like a tour guide, but like, he's just explaining, like, probably what he did there. Like, he's explaining how everything works, and then he just disappears. Like, he's not trying to mess with your time. He's honestly trying to make your visit better. He's trying to bring more people back so that the place get paid, you know? He is a team worker,
sailor that walks
actually.
around the ship and is actually said to be rather helpful. However, with these tame ghosts, there are some troublemakers as well. Small items that you may have on your person. A wallet, a watch, a phone, a keychain, anything like that are often reported missing after people get on this ship. If you do intend to go here, then hold on to your valuables very closely and get ready for a long lecture on engines. Number 2 on this list is Bragg Road. For over 100 years now, this road has been haunted by a very strange and ghostly light.
I am scared of roads. And now, not like in a weird way where I'm like, oh, I'm scared to drive or something like that. No, I'm scared of roads. Like, if you're the only person driving on a road and then there's one other car there, of course you're going to be terrified. But if there's no cars there and there's a person instead, what are you going to do other than... What are you going to do? Because what I would do if they went in front of my car is not stop. I would never stop. Like, you would not see me stop. I would.
It's been seen by hundreds of people during that time, and nobody can explain it. Texas Highways says, in the heart of the big thicket is Hardin County, and in the heart of Hardin County is the infamous Bragg Road, home to countless sightings of the ghost road light that appears
Mind your business.
time travelers on the road between Saratoga and the defunct village of Bragg Station. Before the current road was built, the Arrow Strait clearing served as Santa Fe Railroad's branch line built in 1903. From its inception, locals considered the line haunted by Mexican laborers murdered by a thieving foreman, a desert.
Okay. But, like, honestly, if you're murdered and you're a little mad at the world, whose fault is that? The person that murdered you, not yours. I just, like, like, you want to haunt their whole family because, like, they murdered you. I'm not going to be against
Shot by
it.
Confederate soldiers, a hunter lost forever in the woods, and a decapitated railroad brakeman searching for his head. But all the stories share a common theme, a floating orb of light. The road...
Oh, no, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. I would run, skedaddle, like you would not see me
railroad
again.
tracks in 1934,
I
but
just
the
wanna
light
watch Sex and the
remained
City,
seen
bro.
by
Like,
hundreds of people over the
bro.
decades. In the 1960s, Archer Fullingham, editor of the County News, spread its notoriety in articles. National Geographic published a clear photo of the light in a 1974 feature about the Big Thicket. Texas folklorist Francis Albernethi documented sighting stories from the old-timers and young folks alike. In 1997, Hardin County designated Bragg Road as Ghost Road Scenic Drive Park. A pretty road through the woods in the daytime turns into a spooky spot for supernatural sightings by night. Word is the most auspicious times to see the light are on moonless autumn nights. What the heck is this light that has been haunting this place for all these years? Even National Geographic, a very highly reputable column, has posted stories on it with actual photos including it. If it's a manifestation of some of these ghosts, then which ghost is causing it, and maybe more importantly, is it dangerous? If you want to find out, then you need to head to Bragg Road and look for yourself, but I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. And finally...
Quite honestly, I would not do that. But I agree with this guy. He's just talking about this, and he's like, but if you want to, you can, but, are you dumb? But are you
One
dumb?
on this list is the Yorktown Memorial Hospital. This hospital is definitely up there as one of the most haunted spots in Texas and could even make a play for the most haunted spots in America. It was built in the 1950s and managed by the Roman Catholic Church for...
That's actually so cool though. I'm sorry, like a haunted hospital is somewhere I would visit. Like I would, like an abandoned haunted hospital. That's honestly sick. Like Rebel, I would go, oh.
decades before eventually closing down in 1986. Then for 8 more years until 1992, it was a drug rehab facility, but finally in 1992 it closed for good. Since then it's been abandoned and gained some very serious ghostly legends by the locals. One of the most famous...
Hold on. Before we get into these legends, I just want to point out, if you can hear a storm happening in the background, it's not me playing storm music in the background, or unless I edit it in because I'm saying this. There's literally a storm happening as I'm watching these videos. So I'm a little on the edge. Like, you see me looking around being like, it's because it's a little extra scary because there's a storm, like,
demonic creatures that resides here is this black specter with bright glowing red eyes. It's not shy either and will attack you if you're here alone or in a vulnerable state. This is the most famous of the presences here, but it isn't alone. The ghost of a man who appears to have a bullet wound directly in his forehead.
Oh, that's so sad. Who is murdering these people because you're a bad person? Stop with the violence.
Also said to live here. His ghost is a lot less forceful than the dark demon though, and is said to just show himself to visitors rather than attack them. The spirits of nuns are said to be on the 2nd floor though as well.
Ooh. I'm sorry guys, I cannot handle nun spirits. They scare me with a passion. Because I'm like, you're supposed to be the most innocent, like, holy thing ever, and you're a ghost. Like, you, something in the road did not go well, and I'm just like, it's terrifying.
These spirits are similar to our demon creature and will claw and scratch at people who decide to come here, along with
why none, why?
all of this. We also get our classic indicators of a haunted location, such as feelings of despair as you walk through, temperature changes, and moans echoing throughout the building.
Okay, I feel like that's just you walking into a high school or like any school in general. I'm sorry, like, you hear moans in the hallway randomly, the temperature's changing, one part of the school is way colder than the other, you feeling of despair. I can tell you, when I go to school, I feel pretty despaired. I feel...
Avoid this place at all costs if you want to keep a tight grip of your sanity. But there you have it, guys. That is our list of the top...
I don't have my sanity. Oh, so there you have it, guys. I don't have any sanity.
Haunted places in Texas you should never visit. Please comment down below what you thought about this list and some other places that you know of that could be haunted.
I think you guys should comment down below on my video and on theirs, because this is actually pretty cool, of what you think about this video. And other videos you want me to react to, what type of videos you want me to react to, what videos in general you want me to do, because I also do IRL videos other than just reaction content.
Hello, darkness, my old